Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for checking out the episode. I'm RJ. We have to bring in Amy to help out with this one as we have a huge update to the upcoming Halloween DLC in Red Dead Online. Amy, thanks for joining up today.
Hey everyone, I'm really excited to be here today, and I'm so excited for the Halloween update.
Yeah, we've already talked about zombies being found within the game code, so something is definitely happening. We do expect some sort of big outlaw pass to be added into the game soon. But, of course, with the Undead Nightmare being such a big part of the original Red Dead Redemption, many people want Undead Nightmare 2 to happen. Of course, Arthur Morgan dies at the end of the storyline. It would just be so amazing to have Arthur Morgan back, maybe Zombie Arthur, in another Undead Nightmare. Now, there's a couple different clues in story mode that Rockstar certainly has that in mind, including Mama Watson. When she dies, if you come back to her dead body, you will notice that she is still blinking. I mean, she looks like a zombie. She's dead right now, guys. But her eye is blinking. You have to look at just the right angle. Could Mama Watson be the first zombie? Let's check the body. Of course, we have a lot to get to in this video. Right off the bat, Amy, I mean, what do you think? There's plenty of proof. We have another big thing to show off in a moment, but there's plenty of proof to suggest that Rockstar wants to bring the Undead Nightmare back for this game.
I think Rockstar could actually incorporate zombies onto Red Dead Online. We've had loads of hints from them. Even the people in Armadillo, they look dead and zombie-like. Maybe they could come to life as zombies to attack us in Red Dead Online.
I just played through the Undead Nightmare for the first time. You know, one of the most memorable locations from that game is Armadillo, so it almost seems like they are setting it up for that. So there you have it, the first zombie. I'm going to switch it up to Red Dead Online. We'll meet up with Amy's online character, and we'll look at the biggest clue of all, and then we have a major article talking about what's about to be added into Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. Let's get trippy, my friends. Here we are, what's happening, Virtual Amy? So I'm sure you guys have come across the Jade Mask in story mode as well as online. You can also find it at the Saint Denis fence. But here in online mode, you have these different places you can stop where it changes your karma for gold. But here you can find the same Jade Mask. So this is something that Rockstar added into the game after story mode, kind of reiterating that the Jade Mask is in the game. Of course, this is the source of the zombie apocalypse from the original Undead Nightmare. At the very end, John Marston has to go deep into a tomb. It seems like it goes on forever. Finally, sticking the Jade Mask on its pedestal. Now at that point, Seth comes in, steals the Jade Mask, and the zombie apocalypse continues. The fact that Rockstar put it in the game seems to be the most obvious hint of all, that they have intentions for it to come back. I mean, what do you think about the Jade Mask being in Red Dead Redemption 2, Amy?
Yeah, I think it's a nod to the Undead Nightmare and a subtle hint that it could be coming to online, for sure. Definitely something freaky about it. When you do look at it, it does have that kind of mystical sort of vibes to it. And yeah, they planted them all around the map. So I think they are saying that we are going to bring Undead Nightmare back in some shape or form.
As I was saying, there is an article talking about this. They have some pretty strong opinions about the Undead Nightmare and the Halloween update. Also, guys, keep in mind, we're going to be doing a huge Undead Nightmare live playthrough on Halloween night here at the channel, so be sure to subscribe. If you are new, hit the notification bell. It'll let you know whenever that stream starts up. Much love to all the new subs. Also, hit the like button. It really helps out the video. So you have the Jade Mask in online mode. We have to check on the latest update to see if there's any chance that the Undead Nightmare will indeed come back. Huge shout out to Trippy Nate Dogg. He reached out to me on Twitter with this article from Game Rant. It says Red Dead Redemption 2 might as well lay Undead Nightmare to rest. Say it ain't so. Despite recent updates raising fans' hopes, Red Dead Redemption 2 fans may as well give up on Rockstar producing Undead Nightmare. Ever since Red Dead Redemption 2 released back in 2018, fans had held out hope that Rockstar would release a DLC sequel to the Undead Nightmare add-on. Undead Nightmare was an extremely successful DLC which took place in an alternate canon where Marston's family is infected by a zombie plague. He then sets out in search of a cure while avoiding the undead horde and old friends and foes. Unfortunately for many fans, hopes of a sequel to the Undead Nightmare may as well be laid to rest, with Rockstar releasing more DLC and zombies even added to the game for a separate event without apparent plans for a sequel to the add-on. There are a few key reasons fans shouldn't keep their hopes up. Alright, let's see. Is this clickbait? Do they actually have good reasons? Because we just looked at the Jade Mask. I still believe that the Undead Nightmare was so popular that they will bring the Undead Nightmare 2 back. Right off the bat, Amy, this is a little bit disheartening. I'm going to drink some coffee before I get into the rest of the article. What do you think about this so far?
Yeah, it is disappointing to hear that, but I do think that Rockstar will bring it back in some form. Yeah, we might not get single-player DLC Undead Nightmare 2, but at least if they bring in some sort of zombie free roam event, and they are giving us kind of hints and clues lately as to that they are bringing it. So I don't know if I fully believe it. Yes, I can understand their point, but I think we will see it. It will return some way. Mark my words, in Halloween we might get some sort of zombie DLC online. We never know.
Yeah, even if it's not this year, it might be next year or even the year after. With Rockstar's, obviously it takes a while for them to release any kind of update or big DLC. So it says Red Dead Redemption 2 released in May 2010. The Undead Nightmare added a new story campaign just 5 months later in October of the same year. For comparison, Red Dead Redemption 2 was released in October 2018, around 2 years ago. There's been no confirmation that Rockstar is working on a sequel to the Undead Nightmare. Well, in its defense, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a much bigger game, so it would take a lot longer and a lot more manpower to create the DLC. While the Red Dead Redemption 2 community is still going strong, Rockstar is mostly focused on creating updates for Red Dead Online. Zombies are included as part of the online upcoming Fear of the Dark event for Halloween, with hunters facing down Night Stalkers in the new update. However, the models made for the zombies are specific to the event, and while it appears that Rockstar was hoping to satiate calls for Undead Nightmare 2 with the Halloween reference, it does not seem likely that Rockstar is setting up the models for use in any new single-player campaign. I don't know about that. A new DLC set in the Undead Nightmare timeline wouldn't really make sense for Red Dead Redemption 2 as a prequel. The main action of Undead Nightmare takes place in 1911 when an Aztec mask is stolen, releasing the zombie curse. John Marston is able to undo the curse, curing his family, but then the main events of Red Dead occur as normal. Here it then says, in Undead Nightmare, however, John gets to return from the dead as a revenant, a zombie with a soul. So that pretty much proves my point. We already have the grave for Arthur, so having him, raise his hand up just like we saw John and come out of the ground as a zombie, it's pretty much all in the making. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel, and fans would likely want to see a similar zombie plot play out with Arthur Morgan this time instead of John. Of course, there isn't a clear way to make an Undead Nightmare 2 that is part of the same non-canon continuity as the original Undead Nightmare, without it seeming strange that John didn't know about the zombie outbreak faced by Arthur a few years prior. An easy solution to this would be to have the Undead Nightmare 2 take place in its own isolated non-canon. Okay, they're trying to prove themselves wrong here. That's exactly what we're saying. It's pretty much all in the making if you want to make it story mode. Again, it'll probably be in online. That said, Rockstar's next game is reportedly a long way off. It is possible that Red Dead Online has given Red Dead 2 the longevity necessary to justify the release of the Undead Nightmare at this stage, or that it might be a good project for the developer to work on during quarantine. After 2 years, however, most fans will have given up hope for Undead Nightmare 2. I don't know about this article. It really does not prove any kind of point. Really, they're saying that, all the zombies are not for Undead Nightmare 2. There's not a ton of zombies in that first Undead Nightmare. They can easily add that into the game, especially in online. What's your take on this article? I feel like it does not debunk an Undead Nightmare 2 at all, and in fact, I still believe it's coming, Amy.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and I think even the zombies that they are adding to online is some sort of like free roam event or showdown mode for us to play, and I would honestly take that over nothing if it gives us some sort of like Undead Nightmare vibes, us all as a posse joining up and taking out the horde together. I would really have fun with that, and I would settle for that, and maybe even some like Halloween zombie themed outfits would be really cool. Maybe a John Marston zombie outfit they give us in the Halloween pass would be definitely cool, and I think everyone would enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, the PvP aspect of Red Dead Online is not that popular. I mean, some people like it, sure, but what is popular is the legendary animals, the events that you can do with your posse, especially in free roam mode, and that is where they should dump the zombies into online. One more thing that I had to ask you about, Amy, is the ghost animals. They have the 3 ghost animal appearances. A 4th will be added into the game soon. I'm going to show you the animals, but it is possible to spawn them all in at once. It's a pretty weird situation. You have to spend gold to be able to transform into the animal, and then when you go back to your campfire, you can spawn the ghost version of the animal. So, Amy, what is your take on all this? We're about to get the 4th. It seems to be timing up with Halloween. So, could it be possible that something will actually trigger if we spawn all 4 animals together?
I think that these ghost animals could actually be representing our spirit animals. We know Arthur has the buck in good honor, and for bad honor, he has the coyote. Maybe these animals are showing our spirit form on online.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially because we have the spirit bear. Maybe they're kind of lining that up, but there has to be something to it. The fact that you have to spend 10 gold to spawn into a boar, it really doesn't do much. Unlike in Grand Theft Auto, where if you transform into an animal, you can take it anywhere you want. In this case, we have these small areas, and Rockstar never tells you that when you transform into the animal, you then can burn the ashes of the Harriet flower to create the ghost animals, and even further than that, you can actually spawn all of them together. So here, you have the first one, the boar, which is actually the last one that you spawn into. Do it again. I believe that'll bring up the buck right there to the left, but that's behind Bart the Butcher. We'll do it one more time to spawn the bunny. And you have the 3 ghost animals. They don't stay there for that long, Amy. They just kind of walk around. I mean, I really don't know what to make of these ghost animals other than waiting for the 4th one to be added.
Yeah, when the 4th one's added, I'm hoping it can trigger something big for us, because it is kind of, boring a bit that they just kind of stand there, walk around. You'd think they'd add in something cool or surprising when the 4th one comes. Maybe they all come together and it pulls off some sort of trigger.
I hope so. Let us know what you all think in the comment section below. We have the 3 ghost animals. We'll see what happens when the 4th one is added, potentially this Tuesday. You can find a link to Amy's channel in the description. Make sure to stop by, show her some love. She has a brand new channel, so if you give her a subscription, that would really help out. Much love, Amy. Thanks for joining up. Hopefully, we'll be in Red Dead Online, stomping some zombies, and playing through this Halloween DLC very soon.
Yeah, of course. I had a great time. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and hopefully we can kill some zombies together.
That would be pretty epic. Hopefully, Rockstar makes it happen. Let us know what y'all think. Hit the like button. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll have some huge live streams coming up later on tonight and over the weekend as we prepare for the Halloween update. Adios, muchachos, and as always, stay trippy, my friends. Y'all come back now, you hear?